Hello everybody, I'm with Riley. We're at Lowe's. Something tells me it's her first time at a place like this. A lot of times dogs will come here out of control, pulling, no recall, unable to be still. So that kind of makes it so that you can't take them to places like this. But once we have the training that we can use, nice walk, I'll use the downstay, the coping skills that she needs to live in the human world like this, it makes her a well-rounded dog. One that can go safely running with her owner, off-leash hiking, and go to stores like this. No problem. When you've got a dog that defers to you for guidance instead of making their own choices, it makes all the difference. Notice there's all these sounds here. She's not even caring about any of them. I'm barely holding on to the leash. In fact, I feel so confident that I could drop the leash and nothing changes because the training is there. We've got that nice heel next to and slightly behind my left leg. I've got the tool I need if she makes a mistake or goes out in front, too far back. Okay. Beautiful. Good girl. All right, let's see what happens when I stop. Beautiful auto sit. Now, if you remember from yesterday's video, she struggled with the stay and walk away. So I'm already anticipating that. So I'm gonna be ready to correct if I tell her stay with the verbal and the hand signal and she tries to follow me. I can't make it any more clear than giving her a verbal and a physical. Stay. Looks like she learned something. So I'm able to back away. She avoids the correction by listening and she puts herself in a down. That down is her coping skill because stay is so difficult without restraint. If you look back to the drop off constantly at the end of the leash, stay is so difficult for her. To cope with it, she puts herself in that down and I love that and I will always reward that. Good. So I'm gonna come over here and give her a pet. Notice when I'm petting is when she's earned it. I'm not just petting for fun. And then I'm gonna remind her again, stay as I walk away. So you're seeing the practicality of the downstay in real life. We're out at a store, a dog-friendly store. And for her to be able to come to a dog-friendly store, we need her to be polite and well-mannered. We don't want her constantly at the end of the leash. Definitely no barking or whining. We want her to be able to listen and focus despite the distractions. So if you really did want to bring her to a store like this and come over here and check these out, you don't want to be constantly wrangling her at the end of the leash. You want to be able to put her in that down and be able to walk away and come check stuff out. Good. And for her to just sit there and be passive, waiting for the next direction is huge. It's going to open up her life. Her owner's going to be able to do more with her because she listens. Let's try that recall. It's going to be the verbal paired with the tone, and she's going to come over to me despite having all the options in the world. Come. Good girl. Stay. Perfect position. Recall to a sit. Now from here, I could release her, which I don't advise to do in a public store. I could put her in another down, or we could start our walk again. To start our walk again, we're going to tap the tone a couple times and say heel. Heel. Tap the tone a couple times. She locks in. Beautiful heel. So much work went into that. Now, of course, when we get up to the main aisle, I am going to hold on to the leash just out as a courtesy. People don't like seeing a dog off leash, but you can see we do not need it. Good girl. All right, guys, we are at the main entrance now. She did wonderful healing, and now we've got her in a nice downstay. I just want to make sure she can do this with distractions. Okay, so we've got people walking around, the doors opening and closing. I just want to make sure she's not running up to every person she sees, barking, whining, all over the place, squirrely. Pretty cool, right? She's pretty, huh?
Yes, very.
Yeah.
Malinois?
Yeah. It's in training. She's only 7 months old.
How old?
7 months. I know, she's a puppy. Good, so for her to be able to ignore people walking by like this is huge. This is what you want in a dog who can go into public and not be a nuisance. The reason this is working is for two things. One, the foundation of the training. Is the knowledge there? And number two, does she respect me enough to listen to me in a place like this? Okay, notice I can walk away because we've set the foundation for that stay. She's just doing so amazing. Beautiful. The reason we come here is to generalize the training, let her know she's got to listen anywhere, even in a high distraction place that she's never been to before, with the concept being if she can do it here, she can pretty much do it anywhere. It's a good girl. All right, so I'm gonna grab my leash. She's passed all my tests. And another thing I didn't talk about was the car ride. We had a really nice car ride. We held it down the entire time. I'm gonna pick up my leash since we're gonna be walking through that main entrance and walking outside to get her back into heel. I'm gonna say that heel word and tap the tone. Heel, tap the tone a couple times. Correction for walking away from me. Correction for going behind me. And now we're back in heel. So notice, anytime she leaves that heel position, you have to click on the collar. Let's see, I'm at a 26. And know that your numbers might have to be higher in a high distraction place like that. I'm not surprised. You know, in that main entrance, the distractions are higher, so she might want to go check more things out. But the important thing is we have the tool to correct those things. I don't want her going over there. I don't want her going behind me. I clicked both times, and now look, perfect heel. So you know she's going to make mistakes. It's your response to those mistakes that will determine